What you just heard is not something that came out of hours and hours of practice and just inspiration and vibes. No, what if I told you the secret was to give yourself only 5 minutes? What in the world am I talking about? I think we do not talk enough about the motivation problem when it comes to practicing. When we sit down at the piano, how often do you feel really great to be there, right? A lot of times, and it doesn't matter the instrument, it could be piano, it could be whatever, we're not feeling it when it comes to playing our instrument. Or maybe we're like, okay, yes, let's practice, but we don't know what to practice. I'm going to let you in on my favorite secret, my favorite strategy, whatever buzzword you want to throw in there to make yourself that much more successful and consistent at your instrument. I'm Robert Monroe. I'm a musician. I've been doing this for a really, really long time. And I've got something really special to share to you today. To you today? Whatever. I can't really speak, but hey, I'm a piano player. That's my main thing. So what am I going to show you? What I'm going to show you is the best way to organize your practice. And that is in 5-minute chunks. So you just need to set yourself a goal and then accomplish that goal. That's it. That's all you need to do. And you may go, but wait, I've got a lot of stuff I want to do. Well, that's fine. Just go through and tackle it one at a time. So maybe your first thing is I need to learn the E flat major scale, right? So you sit down and you go, okay, I got 5 minutes. So first I'm going to review it. And then I'm going to go, okay, all right, that went pretty well. Let's do 2 octaves. All right, a little sloppy. So I'm going to slow it down, make sure that the fingers are lined up. All right, that's feeling pretty good. All right, so maybe we do this like 5 or 6 times. And then we're going to go, wow, that's feeling pretty good. After 5 or 6 times, just imagine we did 5 or 6 times. Now we're going to go faster. All right, that's nice. Okay, well, what did we just do? We set ourselves a goal. Then we figured out ways to accomplish that goal. Did that, executed, and then we kind of do a pat on our back and go, we did a good thing. Now, here is the best part. This is the part you've probably been waiting for. What do I do when I'm done with that 5 minutes? Just leave. Just go do something else. I'm dead serious. Like, I think this is one of the reasons why people are not very consistent when they practice. And that is, there is this burden that they're under. And the burden is that they need to accomplish a certain amount for them to feel like that practice session was worth it. And I am here to tell you, the right amount to practice is whatever you need to get done that day. And for different people, it's going to be different things. Like maybe you are a performing musician, and so you got to learn, I don't know it very well. I got to practice it. Right? You practice all your pop songs. You make sure you know them for the wedding. Like, I've been in situations where I have to do that. Maybe you are performing a classical concert, and so you need to learn that. Maybe you're learning accompaniments. Maybe you're learning songs for church. Also, it's possible that you're a hobbyist, and so all you need to do is just get a little bit better. Whatever that is, set little goals for yourself. Maybe you even write them down. It's more helpful than you think. And then go ahead and execute on those things. Now, how do you structure practicing, let's say, in more of an hour type of time frame? Well, what I would recommend is having these buckets of ideas that you put things in. My favorite 3 buckets are technique, theory and ear training, and sight reading. That's just personally my favorite 3 buckets. You could have 3 different buckets that would work for you. But I love to make sure that I've done something on technique, something on theory, and something on sight reading. And what you find is you spend 5 minutes on that technique, you spend 5 minutes on that theory and Ear training, you spend 5 minutes on sight reading, and boom, you spent 15 minutes and you've done a ton. And if you want to spend more time, go for it. But your obligation is over at that point. That's a great way to structure a little bit of time. Now, you could do that in a cycle, or you could piggyback them next to each other. Like you could spend 30 minutes on technique and just do it one at a time. Now, I understand the comments. Does it have to be 5 minutes? No, it doesn't have to be 5 minutes. But the reason why you're here is because I said that I had a secret to give you. And my secret is that people think far too big about what practicing needs to be, and they just need to define it down. Let's say that you wrote a sentence every single day. You'd have 365 sentences after 1 year. You'd have, after 3 years, you'd have over 1,000, well, yeah, a little over 1,000 sentences. Sorry. Math is not my strong point. Again, musician here. What does that mean? It means even one sentence a day, which would be a super tiny goal, you'd have over 1,000 sentences in 3 years. That's kind of how practicing works. It's little things building slowly but surely. Our time frames are always way too small. In many ways, there's a saying about this, right? People overestimate how much they can do in a small time frame, and they underestimate by a lot what they can do in a long time frame. That is just fundamentally true. So you set goals for yourself in the 5-minute period. You set a framework for yourself in the hour or the day time period. Now, when it comes to a week, I would really think about practical goals. And this is where having some outlet is going to really help, like playing for church, gigs, that type of thing is going to really help. Maybe a jam session if you don't have any, or a casual hangout with friends. Like these are good ways to frame that. And then when you start to get into the month time period, you can start to pick like, okay, maybe I showed up at the jam and they were playing giant steps. Okay, so I'm going to start learning giant steps. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to learn the chords. And you do that for a while and then I'm like, okay, I'll learn how to solo on it, right? All of these things can just build slowly but surely. That is the key. Now, do you have any questions about this? Any comments? Did this resonate to you? I'd love to see you in the comments below. And until next time, keep on practicing.